Let's talk a little bit about communication. Professional and inclusive language. This is where we think using some AI tools is actually very powerful. Now, AI is a lot of fear around AI. People here, your companies, anybody's company outlawed the use of AI? Like said, we don't want to do it? Okay, you got one? Yeah, and yours also? Yeah, not surprising. I actually watched a Senate hearing on AI, and the Senate, all the senators who were scared to death of AI, right? And there was Sam Altman talking about this from OpenAI. The disappointing fact was the reason they were afraid is they were worried about election fraud, right? So that was very self-serving. But otherwise, there is definitely fear here. There's, how do you use it? How do you constrain it? There are ways to constrain AI to make this very powerful. It promotes a culture of respect and inclusion, and others get to observe how the right ways are to say things. Now, here's a quick example. Let's say I wanted to tell Jamie, hey, I want to thank you for your help with my project today. If you send this to some AI tools, and there's a ton of them, and if anybody wants to know different ways to do this, happy to share these with you. ChatGPT will do some of these, but you need to work on some parameters around it. Otherwise, it'll give you a big paragraph or dissertation, right? But you can constrain it. So you can tell AI, hey, how do I rewrite this? And say, thank you so much for your help with my project today. Your support and guidance was invaluable, and I really appreciate it. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. Sounds a little bit better, right? Sounds a little bit more warm and open. And you can tell these AI tools to make it a little bit more warm and open if that's your word you prefer. We like authentic and sincere. So using those terms, and that helps. Just a couple more examples. If you tell the AI tools, help me say thank you to John for helping our team get the funding we needed for our project, right? You see, we wanted to express our sincerest gratitude for your help in securing this project. It sounds professional. It sounds like somebody you would say it in the workplace. And it helps with people who may not know, hey, this is the right word to use, this is the right thing to say. And little by little, they'll see it, and you'll see people starting to get into the habit of saying words in this way, and they may not need the AI. We find we use it a lot regardless. The other one's interesting. How do you ask for help? Right? And that's something a lot of people are very reluctant to do, right? For a variety of factors. So if you say, help me write a request for the coding project I'm stuck on, this is actually a real example, in a professional manner. You see how I came up with it. I'm writing to request the help for this coding project I'm working on. I'm having difficulty understanding the code, and I'm stuck on this particular section. We didn't tell AI all those things, it just came up with that. But actually that was pretty good. You probably want to go edit it a little bit. But you use things like this, and you start to get people more comfortable with saying the right things in a professional manner, or saying things that are a little bit clearer. Text is a very difficult communication mechanism. It is, right? That's why video and audio is wonderful, but when you need to send emails, when you need to send text like this, having these type of tools, we actually think it's wise to embrace these tools and try to use them. This is not earth-shattering. This is not going to, change all of your profitability. It's not going to, change your stock price in a great way in the short term. But what it will do is make your teams and your people feel as though they can speak more freely and they're not uncomfortable with the words they have to say. And Giselle has a great example, and I apologize, I keep picking on Giselle, but Giselle's from Brazil, and she would say English is her second language. So she doesn't always know the right words to say. So saying something like this really helps her.